Hello guys, so there's not going to be a preview clip because this is going to be released the same day as episode 4, which will have a previously, so go and watch that if you haven't seen it. This is the end, people. Oh hello, the cyclone's over at the village? Well, I doubt I'm going to fight anything here. Well, what's this about, I wonder? Oh, they haven't even built the fountain. Yeah, it's under construction. They haven't decided on a statue to put in the fountain. Almost everyone is at church. It's Sunday. They're very religious, apparently. Will you be my bride when I get older? I promise. I want a child that named just like you, and I will name him Link. Okay, so those are my parents. Okay. Oh, hello. The monsters that were in the prison are now in the king's room. No. Oh, please help the king. Okay. Hiding. Okay, so there's the king. Oh yeah, there they are. Bye. It is funny, they are monsters, but I haven't fought any of those. Thanks to your footsteps, those monsters fled in a hurry. You have saved my life, as it's such an act of bravery for such a noble one. I wonder where those monsters went. I hope they are all safe. I'm not sure where they went. Let's go and see if anyone downstairs knows. I love the knights. Oh, the monsters are heading towards the village. Let's go and have a look at the, there you go. Because we did talk to someone earlier who was talking about the fact that, there was a jailbreak when his dad was working, didn't he? Alright, so they're in the village somewhere. We fled for freedom. We want to lead a normal life. Is that so bad? Our life is long, but you are telling us we have to stay locked up in prison. Humans have such biased minds. All monsters have a reputation for being evil. Like humans, each of us is different from one another. Will they ever understand? You see, this is the crux of the story. I only wanted to talk to the king. I didn't mean to attack him, but I wanted him to understand about us. But it is no use. We didn't do anything. We were captured just because we were monsters. And you see, yeah, that's the crux of the whole story. They are monsters and they just want to live a normal life. But because they're branded as monsters, they will be attacked and killed. Move away. I heard a report that there is a monster inside this church. I got a bit too excited, but now I'm under control. Let's hunt these monsters. What about Sanctuary? Come on. No. I was surprised. These monsters didn't even try to resist. Oh, poor monsters. Being a monster, is that a crime? Yeah, humans are the real monsters. If we die, where will we end up? Poor guys, they just wanted sanctuary. Let's have a word. How frightening. Monsters in the Holy Church. Oh, you have come. I remember your work from the past. I shall create a fountain statue of your bravery. Construction is underway already. I really reflect on myself deeply because I lack the experience. I shall build a training ground to help warriors like you become like you. There you go. So the training ground was built because of me. Which is interesting, considering all we actually did was walk up and they run off. Alright then. I mean, that's a whole nother story. Okay, but now what do I need to do to end this? Do I need to go and look at the fountain? Oh, the statue from the fountain is going to be after you. You're the kid who saved the king. How brave. The sign in front of the fountain. Well, okay, so I've got. Thank you. Take your sword. Yeah, there you go. It's all about me. All about me. Fountain of the heroes. Pick up your sword. Because now is the time to fight. Oh, and there I am. I didn't look like that. I was still doing that joke. Alright, so it's moved. So where else has it moved to now then? Oh, it's in the water. Can I... What do I do? Can I click on it down here? Because I never could before. Oh, I can. Oh god, hello. What's going on here? I'm guessing I've got to move these up here to connect that, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this has been an interesting dungeon, but I'm going to have to cut the whole thing out. It's pretty much a bit of everything. This is a very long dungeon, and this was every possible thing you would need to do in order to get through a dungeon. And now there's monsters here, apparently. You're an odd one, aren't you? Not exactly sure what's going on. Many have gone before to destroy the spirit evil, the spirit energy. Let's say no and see what she says. There are 5 senses that experience the outside world. Okay. I did know about that. So I'm going to have to fight this thing, am I wonder? That horn, that is my horn you have there. Why? Why? There should not be 2 of my horns in this world. Who are you? I'll tell the story of everything that's happened so far. It's hard to believe if it wasn't for that horn, we would have no future world or other life forms, and that really is light, the opposite of darkness, just like the stars in the sky, so full of mysteries. When this planet was born, there was an explosion which affected our own world. When we came back to our senses, we woke to find ourselves on this planet. We tried many times to return to our own world. However, the gate seemed to be sealed by some sort of energy. If we break this energy, the gates will open, but the energy is so powerful. It was a case of fate that the monsters were sent here. They were unable to return to their planet, but even so, they were not destined to live on this world by themselves. Who can blame them? The thought of monsters being evil is a human's perception of them. For the first time in his life, he understood his position the monsters were in. Slaughter and bloodshed. Do you really think perhaps I may be able to open and allow them to get back home? That look in your eyes. But yes, I'm going to go and sort it out, don't worry. Alright, so now I've fast forwarded this because basically you have 5 bosses and there's one done. So that one was sight because you couldn't physically see unless you got rid of the floor. And I'm assuming this one is supposed to signify touch because they're hands. Okay, now this is taste, obviously, and it is very much Pac-Man. Now, and the best thing about this is you don't have to kill them, you just have to collect all of the apples. Right, now, this, you see, basically, the more damaged floor you've got, then when you jump, they turn into spikes. Now, I found it impossible to not get got by the spikes because the ground underneath me is always cracked. Now this is sound, because every time the musical note jumps, the ground pushes me off. And it's got a very big life. I don't know if the life increases dependent on the order in which you fight them. But yeah, he had a very big life. And now the final door. This one was difficult as well, just because you have to keep an eye on what's going on. And you've also got to be careful of the floor disappearing. I finally realised what it is I needed to do. You basically have to use the dodo and it pulls the eye out, allowing you to then attack it. But it's all timing. So you have to use the dodo to pull the eye out, then you have to attack the eye. See, there you go. Got some good hits there. But it's basically going backwards and forwards. And there it is, the spirit energy that was guarding the 5 senses has completely disappeared. The gate that leads to the underworld has been opened and countless numbers of monsters have been sucked through the gate and into the underworld. So they've gone back home. There you go. We've returned the monsters to their original home. Monsters who have lived in this world for centuries have been taken from it, and with them gone the opportunity to see the light and the lives who are about to be born. They have returned to their fatherlands without ever creating history for themselves in this world. That's right, the monsters never actually existed in this world now. Now take a look. The history of the world has changed in your hands. I may have created this world, but the history of it has been crafted by yourselves. Don't forget that humans are not the only inhabitants. Fountain of the goddess. Because fighting never existed. There were no monsters ever. There's a lovely goddess in the middle. Is he still going to say that stupid thing? Oh no, look at the statue of the goddess. Isn't she beautiful? Love, peace, air and water. Each of these represents something important to all of us. You must not forget that the thing... Thank you, old man. Should we ever go and look and see what's around? There's going to be a park at the forest now, rather than a... There's nothing in the forest. Oh, nice. So yeah, so they're never going to build a training ground because there's no fighting. Lovely. Thanks for that. Alright. A baby is due soon. I wonder if it is going to be a boy or a girl. We are newlyweds and we are so excited because soon I'm going to have a baby. Let's see what's going on in my house. My dad! He didn't die. I wonder if he's searching the neighbourhood for other dogs. What do you want to be when you're older? Do you have a dream? Well, it's still a long way ahead. You'll eventually find something. Yay, he's still alive because he didn't die because there's no fighting. Wouldn't this be better? A world with no fighting. Oh, and he's created his inn. Look, he's got... Lovely. Yeah, and now you've seen the full extent of the very overarching story. They're at the church, in which they're basically telling you humans are bad because we ruin everything. And they're not lying, really. I wonder if I can still talk to the animals. No, I can't. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what's going on in the castle and the church, I suppose. Just making sure I definitely can't talk to the animals. How's it going, friend? Oh, okay. Tomorrow's your birthday, right? Okay, so it's literally the day before we turned 14, was it? Training ground opening soon. My husband is at the forest trying to create a park. He and our children eat so much, they're always busy making dinner. I'm going to build a school in the village and teach the children. Oh, nice. So he's going to teach children rather than... He still wants to be a teacher, bless him. Alright, let's see what's going on in... See, I don't know if I'm supposed to be looking for my dog. I think I am. I do like visiting castles. It's so busy. Keep away from those barrels. Oh, really, love? You want me to keep... Look at that. Barrel. I'm in the barrel. I'm in the barrel. I've tainted whatever that is. So there. What are you going to do? I love the way the king... No one seems to care that I can just come in and just wander around the castle. Oh, hello, dogs are up here. Woof woof. Woof woof woof. He has following me now. Hello, dog. That's a good dog. So I can still leave him there. So look down the stairs. Because there shouldn't be monsters down there now. Oh, they put the hero in the jail. This is a prison. There is one particular rough fellow locked away. He's a bit too feisty. He's born in the wrong time. Oh, poor guy. Take his sword away, he's in prison. Kind of. This is just so funny. Alright, hello King. Do you want to see what the town of Soleil is? No. Statue of the goddess in the fountain. I do now. So the children now are very clever. Ah, Link, you have grown. How is your father? Take care of yourself, my lad. Lovely. So all the world is all nice and lovely. The monsters are back in their home, not being slaughtered, which is always good. The hero's been locked up because he's too feisty and wants to fight things. And there's nothing to fight other than people now. So he can stay in prison. Oh, hello. Does she remember? Use the means and God will give you blessing. Do you understand my meaning? Yes. You're such a wise child. It feels like she remembers the past. How faithful of you to come and offer prayer. You are welcome. Lovely. So now can I go and look at other things? What's over here? Is this where the... Is there anything over here? Just the playground is going to be here. Not letting me in. Okay, fine. So I think that's it. I feel like that is the game. There are no monsters to fight. The world is now at peace. I can't talk to the animals. But, are you going for a walk with Johnny? But if you leave here now, you won't be able to return immediately. Are you sure? Yes. I don't understand why I repeated. Okay, well that sounds like it. Here we go. No? Do I need to talk to you again? I do. And that's the game. That is Soleil. God, that brought back some fun memories. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been RPG Heaven. This was the first month of January. And I adore that game so much. Oh, it's the penguin. Is he going to join? He is going to join. Oh, lovely. Oh, we're going to see everyone join us on the walk. So yeah, so that was Soleil. Moving forward, going into February, I am going to be playing the fantastic Game Boy RPG game, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Now that was a game that I think I played the most out of the Zelda games, because Link to the Past was a game that I adored, and then they released that one and I could take it with me on my big clunky Game Boy, and it was fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to going back to play that. As far as I'm aware, it's a shorter game. I'm not exactly sure. I've already edited a bunch of these, and I feel like there's going to be more episodes than weeks this month. So there's probably going to have to double up at least one weekend. But I feel like Link's Awakening should be fine. It's a smaller game, I think. And there it was, Finn. So thank you all for watching. This has been RPG Heaven. Coming up tomorrow is Amiga Heaven, in which I will be playing Treasure Island Dizzy. So please keep a lookout for that. Please keep a lookout for the next RPG Heaven. It will be the start of the new game. And I will see you again next time.